Transworld Home.
For batting, how is it going to play today? Let's find Bazid Khan and Dominic Cork.
We've had a couple of days off at Rawalpindi. Now we're back and the ground looks absolutely splendid. The ground staff do a terrific job and they've had time to prepare. The dimensions, as usual, is
Rawalpindi. Now we're back and the ground looks
longer, but
absolutely splendid. The ground staff do a terrific job and they've had
a slightly shorter boundary there. The games that we've had, the spinners, well, they've almost gone at 1.6 runs less to the fast bowlers. Now, another person who's looking really sharp and has really groomed himself for the game is Dominic Cork. Dominic Cork, what do you have for us?
Well, I hope Alex Hartley, who's just passing me here, is actually listening to this, because I think this is imperative, something that we haven't really seen here at Rawalpindi. It's normally been about batting. Now it's about spin bowling and the pace that the spin bowlers bowl at. And one thing I want to show is the slower deliveries that the spinners are bowling are the wicket-taking deliveries. So if we just show you this package now, I know Alex is looking at the screen now, just look how the spinners are just holding it back. Look at the speeds, Alex Hartley, I know you're looking now, just under 80, just over 80 here, 81, and then a quicker one, slightly quicker, 82. So you look at the difference and you think, well, why is slower balls working? Because I think they're gripping in the surface and it's only slightly different. I think it's 3.1 kilometres per hour, and you as a batter, you want a bit of pace on, Bazid Khan. I think this is a beautiful pitch. Bowl it a bit slower.
Too slow?
Maybe.
Or just slow. So Dom recommends bowl it in the air, slow it up, be brave, toss it up. Otherwise, you're going the distance now. Flight is the key, and push it in the air.
So important when you talk about the pace of the deliveries, Amir, the way they should be bowling in Pindi. Just talking about what we heard from Dominic Cork, bowling a bit slower, is that what you feel?
I think that's the key to ball here in Pindi Stadium. There is no purchase for the finger spinners, but at the same time, you have to take leaf out of the books of Imad Wasim and Asif Afridi. They bowl with higher pace. They like to dot the ball in, but they mix it up with a slow delivery. The reason why they've been excelling on a pitch like this, they create angles. For a left-arm spinner to go wide of the crease, it'll have the right-hander's eyes moving. So by using that angle, they've been invigilating most of the batters. They have been economical. So you have to find a way to bowl on a surface like this. You do not have to go with the cliche, like, I keep on hearing it, you have to bowl wicket to wicket as a fast bowler. If I'm a batter, the same length will go through extra cover, same length will go through mid-wicket. So as a bowler, you really have to think, otherwise create angles, go around the stumps, take the ball away from the right-hander. If they're looking to heave the ball on the onside, you might find an outer edge. You have to think out of the box.
All right, I'll tell you who's been creating angles though with the bat. It's Mohammad Haris, Lisa, because despite the fact that Zalmi's, we haven't seen runs from Babar Azam, he played a good knock the other day against Islamabad United.
Yeah, he did. 87 off 47 deliveries, 12 fours and 4 sixes. And I like the fact that he was very clear at what he needed to do. First, he had to stay in because everyone else was going, and then he really was able to accelerate. And you can see that he's hit 360 degrees around the pitch, which is exactly the type of player you need in T20 cricket to be successful and a bowler's nightmare.
All right, we're talking about this game. It's going to be an fantastic encounter between both these sides. It's now time to hear from the experts what they have to say about who's winning today. Go for it, Lisa. Who's your pick for the day then?
I want a close game here. We haven't had one, but I think Zalmi, given the fact that they're batting for the first time in this HPL PSL, might be a good option for them.
Super over.
Well, I supported Zalmi. They disappointed me. I did Multan, and they disappointed me. So this time around, I'm going to back Multan.
All right. And you heard it from Amir and Peshawar Zalmi from Lisa. That's all that we have from expert predictions for you. tell you what, both these sides are badly needing a win, especially Peshawar Zalmi. The fact that you've got so much crowd in here just to watch Babar Azam, and they need those runs. They've got the ideal opportunity. We've seen that teams that have been batting first have been doing well in Pindi overall. Thank you so much for your thoughts, Amir and Lisa, to both of you. And as always, a nice crowd is building up here in Pindi. They've all come to support their respective sides as well. Peshawar Zalmi will be batting first. Saim Ayub, he's been the star of Pakistan cricket. He will be up first with Babar Azam. All the action continues on the other side, so don't go anywhere. Keep watching the HPL PSL 10. Stay tuned.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रांग होगी है भाई।
कितनी?
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी।
सिमोडिस, ये थ्रिप्स और कई मजीद कीड़ों का करे खात्मा 21 दिन तक।
सिमोडिस, हर चुनाई से भरपूर कमाई।
रुक रुक देखो फास्ट इंटरनेट की गेम विद ट्रांसवर्ल्ड होम।
असली खिलाड़ी टेस्टेड होता है।
ट्राई नूरपुर, ये बेहतरीन टेस्टिंग दे रही है। ट्राई टेस्ट लव।
प्लेयर हो या इमारत, टेस्टेड हो।
अजीमुशान ओवरसीज पाकिस्तानी कन्वेंशन 2025 में दिल की अथाह गहराइयों से खुशामदीद कहते हैं।
You got extra mileage, baby, just go.
टीम भाई एक मिशन, लेट्स गो। मेरे लिए कंफर्ट, इसको चाहिए बचत, इसके लिए स्पीड। इन ड्राइव राइड्स ऐसे जैसे आप चाहे।
मेहनत और महारत के साथ बनती है गेम, कामयाबी मिलती है इंतखाब पर यकीन से। सरसब्ज जमीन की जान, फसल की शान।
नो रुक रुक देखो फास्ट इंटरनेट की गेम विद ट्रांसवर्ल्ड होम।
ट्राई नूरपुर, ये बेहतरीन टेस्टिंग दे रही है। ट्राई टेस्ट लव।
The HPL PSL 10 has started in the worst possible fashion for today's two sides. Last year's finalists, Multan Sultans, were on the wrong side of a high-scoring thriller in their opening match before being outclassed by the champions last time out.
Oh, that one's out. Whoa! There's that slot sweep, and here's a catch. It's taken. It's brilliantly done. Oh, bowled in. Oh, what a spell this is from Jason Holder.
Peshawar Zalmi have also recorded 2 losses to kick off their campaign. The bowlers have been smashed to all parts.
Another good hit over the top by Colin Munro.
A century of the highest order, 100 of just 49 deliveries.
And the batting has fallen way short of their target on both occasions.
Babar Azam caught an extra cover. He got it. Second grab. Oh, beautifully held. What a catch.
Today is a huge game for both sides. Who will claim their first points of the campaign and kickstart their season?
Hi everybody, and a warm welcome to the Pindi Stadium on a gorgeous evening. There was a threat earlier of some rain, but it's long gone and we have clear skies. The contest tonight, Multan Sultans against Peshawar Zalmi, and neither side, if we're honest about it, in great shape. Multan probably marginally ahead of Peshawar in the games that we watched them play, but they both lost 2 from 2. And they've got to find their feet quickly. You do need to get a rhythm going in these tournaments, and believe it or not, rhythm comes with winning. That's the truth about sport. Luke Wood there, second in picture. The English left-arm fast bowler is in the side today. 1 or 2 changes on both teams. Well, everybody trying to find their right formula in the early stage of the competition. A lot of thumbs up. Chris Jordan there, experienced T20 cricketer. But we're happy to be here. There's a drone shot of this fabulous cricket ground. Islamabad playing the best cricket. The consequence of that is their maximum points and an excellent run rate, touching on net run rate, touching on 3 and over. And then Qalandars and Kings with a couple of wins each from the big cities, Lahore and Karachi. Quetta just the 1 win, took a beating last night, and as I said, nothing yet for Sultans or Zalmi. Lovely place to be on a very good surface. Very flat looking, firm looking, dry looking, and one that you'd think would help batsmen, but actually the chasing hasn't been as easy as people thought it would be here. The coin flew in the air. Bubba is the man who won it and chose to bat first. That's a change in tactic. Actually, Dominic Cork is alongside me. Usually they chase here, but not Bubba, not on this occasion.
And not this season either. And he's made some changes. Mark, good evening, everybody. 3 changes for the Zalmi. In comes Abdul Samad with his batting. In comes Luke Wood with his left arm bowling. Got a bit of pace. And Arif Yaqub, the leg spinner, has come in. Out goes George Linde. Out goes Muqeem, which I think is a big one. We'll have to see if he's injured. And Muhammad Ali is out. So changes, they need a win.
Yeah, we can reflect on the Sultans too here, because they've left a couple out, Chris Jordan and Mohamed Hasnain. And those in, Akif Javed and Ashton Turner. Ashton Turner's the Australian all-rounder, bats and bowls off breaks. He's a pretty handy cricketer and good finisher. Had success with Perth Scorchers, plays over in the west in Australia, and of course it's a strong standard, the Big Bash. But I like the look of that side. Top batting with Rizwan Hope. Usman, what a talent he is.
Flat looking, firm looking, dry looking.
Record isn't as good as it ought to be, actually, in T20 cricket when you think of his hitting power and, in theory, his ability to finish. But theory isn't always practice. It's like, say, you've got a good team on paper. That old cliche, you're not playing on paper. Anyway, wonderful views, crowd building, and it's been a couple of days since we've had cricket here, having had a run of 4 games, bang, 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 bang. We've now had a 2-day break. Corky's time to grab that mic.
Well, I was going to say congratulations to all the ground staff, because they have made this look perfect. We've had, as you said a couple of nights ago, the massive storm 2 nights ago. Then we had a little bit of rain yesterday and this morning. It looks nice and lush. The outfield, we know how quick it is, and it's good to see. This is the Babar Azam effect. As soon as he is playing here, the crowds come in, and they are desperate for him to do well, 1, and the Zalmi to win a game, 2. So they will come in.
And I tell you what else they do, Dom, is they put the yellow on. In other words, it's a brand. And there's no doubt that in this sport, in the modern T20 franchise game, if you can get a brand going, get the supporters in your colour, and get them working as a community in support of you, you'll feel the love, and it'll sure help your performance. So a lot of excitement here today, and I think we would all like to see Babar Azam fire. He's had 2 very quiet matches. Well, quiet. He's got 0-1 in his 2 innings. Them's the facts, I'm afraid. In cricket, sometimes you can't hide from the facts. A reminder of that points table and why one of these two, well, both of these 2 sides needs to get going, but only one can obviously accelerate tonight. Remember, it's the top 4 that qualify, which is a good thing in a 6-team tournament. It means everybody's in the running, or should be in the running, right up to death when you're heading towards the playoffs. It gets quite tense, and actually net run rate's something you need to keep an eye on. So there's a lot for them to think about. Anyway, great things happening here today, so we're going to head down pitch side to Zainab.
Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very warm welcome. Today we come together to stand with humanity. We are honored to have with us His Excellency Dr. Zuhair Zayed, Ambassador of Palestine in Pakistan. Also joining us are Mr. Salman Nasir, CEO HPL PSL, Babar Azam, Captain of Peshawar Zalmi, and Mohammad Rizwan, Captain of Multan Sultans. I request everyone to rise and observe a moment of silence in respect for the innocent lives lost in Palestine and all around the world. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Your Excellency, for gracing us with your presence tonight. The PCB HPL PSL would also like to announce a special initiative in partnership with Exchange On. For every 4 hit, 10,000 Pakistan rupees, and for every 6 hit, 20,000 Pakistan rupees will be donated for the cause of humanity. Let's enjoy the game, but also remember, every boundary counts for a greater cause. Thank you.
Now back to the cricket as the ground is filling up with David Willey chatting to Michael Bracewell. And here we come, Linda and Chris Brown. Alim, of course, the most experienced of all modern umpires. And also, actually, a national selector, which is an interesting combination of role. He's certainly behind the stumps will have the best view of the players. Talking to me before play about the need to get coaching improved around the country, that the general standard of cricket around the country has dropped a little, and better coaches would help that. This pair at the top have proved to be hugely impressive. Saeem Ayub is the man, of course, out there with Babar Azam, and he too is a thrilling player when he gets going. They've got a great record together, this pair, but not in this tournament so far. Welcome, Amir Sahib.
Thank you very much, Mark. Always a pleasure to be with you. In fact, it's been renewed of late. Yeah, Babar Azam is off the boil, that's for sure, in this PSL. What he needs to do is keep on handing the strike to Saim Ayub, who looks in a good touch. Scored a 50 on his comeback game after that injury. And if Babar is able to occupy the crease for a little while, he'll find his touch, which has eluded him for a while now.
Mohammad Rizwan, who is not keeping wicket tonight, so he'll be in the field. He's a live wire in the field as well. He didn't take the gloves a little bit last year. Now, whether that's because of, you can see his heavily bandaged finger, and somebody who's taken new ball throughout his career, David Willey's a good bowler. And speaking to him a little bit earlier, he's wanting swing early on because of his lack of pace now. He has to generally look to get swing, but he's a very good bowler. He's a very intelligent bowler in the first 6 overs.
There could be one other reason why we're not saying captain of Multan Sultans with the gloves on. Maybe he wants to communicate more with the bowlers. Maybe he wants them to keep on plugging away with the plan which has been dished out to them. Must have been very hard for him to communicate behind the stumps.
Where's that countdown? We're all ready to go. It's now 2 minutes past 8. Saeem waits, so too David Willey. Here we go. And we are ready. Here comes David Willey. These teams need to get going. Get a wriggle on, as they say. Pitch looked good, didn't it?
Pitches have been good throughout, really. Maybe we've highlighted the slower deliveries from the spinners have just gripped a little bit, but it's a risk when you're a spinner and you start taking pace off. Batters are very good at staying deep in the crease and using that length. ECB and HBL PSL in partnership with Change On, I should say, donating for humanity. And is the world's first arbitrage crypto exchange.
Good bucks too. Crypto, hey? Now Babar Azam.
And think about the matchup, left armour against Babar. He struggled with Mohammad Amir, remember, who set him up quite beautifully with that slower ball, and he got there too early and it went in the air to extra cover.
And then against Dwarshuis, when he tried to hit the ball on the up and managed to hit the ball straight into the hands of the slip fielder.
Yes, his record against David Willey is good, though. Only got him once. Got a few against him. The detail of that is, it's quite fun to give you the detail, actually. David Willey is bowled prior to today 84 balls to Babar Azam. Babar's made 121 runs, been dismissed once, so that gives him a strike rate of 144 per 100 balls faced. Well, for those who don't understand what I'm talking about, I don't blame you, because he hasn't yet faced 100 balls, but it's just an algorithm, a formula for working out strike rate of batsmen.
You know what I say? He's due.
He's due. Babar is due.
I didn't actually mean Babar was due some runs. I was going on the bowlers. I've got 2 batters here. David Willey is due to take his wicket.
Right, we're thinking batsmen.
No, I'm not thinking. I've got too many batters next to me. Bowlers. They're the ones who win your games.
Got to swing the ball then. As you know better than most. The days when you swung the ball, you were amongst the world's very best. Looked to me like there's a lot of pace in the pitch, but I know that Dominic Cork was just saying David Willey's lost a yard and therefore is eager to get some swing going.
Dry as a bone. Oh, that light colour is so tempting, isn't it, for a batter? Looks an ideal T20 wicket.
So Dominic was pointing left to show those green bits. That's what he wants, left and right. There's a green square out there. He can't understand why they're not playing on it. Pretty good first over, I'd say. Not a bad ball in it. 3 for no wicket.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है भाई.
कितनी?
New stronger Pepsi.
Competition. Tom Kohler-Cadmore, the Englishman, Hussain Talat, Abdul Samad, all good strikers of a cricket ball. Good decision to get Bracewell on early. Michael Bracewell has got Babar Azam 4 times. How about that? He's only bowled 31 balls at him. So he's a bunny.
I got him! Oh, Saeem this time. The big shot, but the good ball. And it's the good ball that wins it.
Well, turned out to be a masterstroke from Rizwan to introduce Bracewell with a new ball. Some didn't agree, including me, to start with a finger spinner. But how well he has started. A bit of purchase, a grip and turn, and that did the trick.
That's a gorgeous bit of bowling, flight and spin on a dry surface.
असली खिलाड़ी टेस्टेड होता है.
टीम बाय एक मिशन लेट्स गो. मेरे लिए कंफर्ट, इसको चाहिए बचत, इसके लिए स्पीड. इन ड्राइव राइड्स ऐसे जैसे आप चाहे.
मेहनत और महारत के साथ बनती है गेम. कामयाबी मिलती है इंतखाब पर यकीन से. सरसब्ज जमीन की जान, फसल की शान.
Then I think it was about 82. Absolutely brilliant. Love it.
What are you doing here? You should be coaching some side here.
Just past my level 3. At home, I'm available.
Seriously?
Level 3 has just been passed.
Well,
having coached Derbyshire,
I think there's work for you in Pakistan, particularly with your ability as a swing bowler. Tom Kohler-Cadmore. That's what Alim Dar told me. They're looking for coaches. Come on, Corky.
I just love the fact that to bowl that pace against somebody of his quality, you have to be brave. Again, look at the pace there, Mark, and you two know as batters that if somebody is not giving you the pace, 2 options: stay deep in your crease and try and cut away, but then you worry if one skids, or you come at them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to get as near to the pitch of the ball as you can, I think, unless you're a great sweeper. So this is it then. Babar Azam against Michael Bracewell, who goes in flat at him for some reason.
He was able to pick up Babar Azam with similar kind of a delivery where Babar wasn't able to control the ball, hit the ball straight to that fielder placed for him at mid-wicket. But this time around, Babar Azam was wary of the fact, managed it well.
It's a well-set field. That guy square at mid-wicket rather than straight tells you he's going to bowl a little back of a length if he can. He's not going to overpitch, and if he is, he's got cover out at deep mid-wicket. So he's 2 back, a deep mid-wicket and backward square leg. There it is. That's the length, right? That's hard to work straight. It's a superb first over. Good fun to watch. 5 for 1.
3 बाय 1 मिशन, लेट्स गो। मेरे लिए कंफर्ट, इसको चाहिए बचत, इसके लिए स्पीड। इन ड्राइव राइड्स ऐसे जैसे आप चाहे।
नो रुक रुक, देखो फास्ट इंटरनेट की गेम विद ट्रांसवर्ल्ड होम।
David Willey to continue, and just 5 from 2 overs. In the previous 2 matches they had power play problems. Did to Peshawar Zalmi.
Oh, that's out. That is out, surely. Yep. A nightmare start to the tournament for Babar Azam.
Yeah, he was looking for the deliveries and ready for the away swingers. But every time Willie has bowled to Babar Azam, he brought the ball back into the stumps, and that's where he was able to surprise him.
Start with the front on, please. Ball is close to the bat. Let's confirm with the ultra-right, please. Flat line, also a gap between bat and ball. Satisfied, no bat involved. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Original decision out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets, umpire's call. Chris, you can stay with your original decision. Stand by. You are on screen now. Make a signal, please.
Umpire Chris Brown getting it dead right. Babar Azam has to go. Desperate look on his face too. The worst start he's ever had.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है भाई। कितनी?
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी।
सिमोडिस, ये थ्रिप्स और कई मजीद कीड़ों का करे खात्मा 21 दिन तक।
सिमोडिस, हर चुनाई से भरपूर कमाई।
Something that he struggled with. Cautious, Mohamed Amir, and now David Willey. And it is sometimes, and you two will know as batters, that psychologically when you come up against a left armour, you have issues. You have that little person on your side here, on your shoulder, saying you can't play left armers. But that is really good from David Willey. I will show you his wrist position. I love it. Something I don't think is coached enough in world cricket. Wrist position.
Usually, I think I feel confident of explaining why an orthodox right-hander gets out to left arm in swing. But actually, Babar's body shape and position was pretty good there. Oh, hello, that's a different blow altogether. What a super way to take the game on. Mohamed Harris, bang.
Talk about being fearless. His team is in serious trouble here. He comes out, the first ball, he comes out the crease and hits the ball aerial for a boundary. What a way to start your innings.
Well, the difference between also a man out of form and a man in form. A man who thinks it doesn't matter where you bowl it at that pace, I'm going to attack you.
Does Willie pitch it up again? Not quite. So Mohamed Harris, just this is quite an interesting stat, this. Hello. Hello. Oh, number 21. BYD leads the world in electric vehicles, and HBL PSL leads the game in talent. Scan the QR code and vote for the player you think should drive home in a BYD seal as the player of the tournament. All from BYD.
You just mentioned that Babar was in a good position to deal with that delivery, but lately his pain has been the angled bat. if he's looking to play the ball through extra cover, the face of the bat is opened, and looking to play the ball on the onside, it's shut. And also the biggest problem with him is just look at his elbow. Drops a bit, and that's why he hasn't been able to play the ball with the full face of the bat.
I'm going to throw another one to both of you two batsmen. Head position. Where is his head position when the ball hits him? And his head is outside off stump.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody with a better head position than Sachin Tendulkar. And what he would do to a left-armer is open himself up and look to hit it back at the bowler or towards mid-on. You've got to change your angles a bit. This game is all about angles. And left-arm in-swing's tricky. There's a couple of things can happen when your head gets too far over. Obviously you lose balance, but you can also play round your front pad, and Bubba didn't do that. In fact, we saw the full face of the bat, but he was beaten by the late movement. A beautiful bit of bowling by David Willey, by the way. We should say that. Lovely late swing.
Just keep your eye out on the wrist position. Look at how that seam is beautifully presented, and that is because his wrist is cocked right behind the back of the ball, and his two fingers go down the back of the ball, and hence why it's not swung massively, but what he's done is just shape back in, and because of the position Babur has got him with bat and head, he's just played all around it.
$12 for 2.
क्रिकेट के एक्साइटिंग सीजन में लगाओ जोंग मंथली प्रो मैक्स ऑफर, जिससे मिले 200 GB डेटा और फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग थ्रू माय जोंग ऐप ऑन बिगिन।
हमारी किताबों की उम्र तुम्हारी सियासी जंग का ईंधन नहीं, हम तुम्हारी ढाल नहीं।
देखेंगे तू छुपे सच को
Lovely shot on a Saturday night. Bit of traffic about. People heading out and about, and a number of them here, by the way, with that excitement. Michael Bracewell. Oh, it is spinning, isn't it?
And I know we said this off air, and you should never say it off air. I think talking about Bracewell going around the wicket to the right-handers now. With that amount of spin, I like that sort of line to attack the two right-handers from around.
That's a biggie. That is a biggie. Don't worry about that. There is a man out there, but he's got nothing to do with it at all. Tom Kohler Cadmore strikes.
Secret to such good ball striking. He picked the line very early. He was slightly outside the off stump, and that encouraged the right-hander to jump out of the crease and find the maximum. Now, going back to the point you just made, you won't mind the off-spinner going down the stumps, and especially to Harris, who likes to hit the ball towards mid-wicket.
PCB is giving the superfans a chance to win a brand new car, by the way. All you have to do is participate in the Jazz Recharge and Win activity. Oh, well. It's okay. Oh, heart in your mouth stuff. The fielder was in the game and the batsman was in the game, and this time the batsman won it.
He was tantalizingly close to that fielder, placed a deep square leg. Went high in the air. Bottom hand coming off the bat, but still had enough power. Never looked like catching that one. Usman.
Just gets that six, doesn't he? Just get it, Alim Dar. Select it right. It's a six. Just to remind you that KFC is awarding higher education scholarships to deserving students for every six that is hit during the HBL, PSL, and of course we're in season 10. That's really good by KFC.
It's a double-barreled name, is Kohler Cadmore, and it's firing on both barrels.
It's 33 for 2.
न्यू एंड इम्प्रूव सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन 60 सेकंड्स में सेंसिटिविटी से आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन बिकॉज इट वर्क्स।
Take on the opposition, you've got a chance of scoring big.
Yeah, look at that over. Punchy all over. So David Willey with figures of 1 for 10 will continue. That's that swing. That's that ball striking. Right now we have a brilliant counter-attack taking place from Kohler Cadmore and Mohamed Harris from the desperation of the loss of those two star openers cheaply to the explosion of stroke play. Willey versus Harris. What now? Oh, smarty pants. That's what now.
Yes, there is a bit of swing for the seam bowlers in the air and also a bit of spin for the spinners. But that should not alarm the batters. Yes, they have to stay alert. There are plenty of runs to be scored here.
That's how difficult it is. It's not easy to bowl in the power play, I can assure you that. But then to bowl 3 overs in the power play is even harder. Against a man who's in a little bit of form in Mohamed Harris, he's tried to go for the Yorker straight away. And so I like this. It's a counter against the bowler. I'm not going to allow you to bowl that length. I'm going to look to be aggressive. So a little chat between senior bowler and captain in Rizwan just to try and get the field right.
I wonder why they've switched to Rizwan not keeping and Shea Hope's keeping. Maybe he does want to be around his bowlers. You make a bad start to the tournament. Maybe he thinks mid on and mid off, near as I can be to my bowling attack and help it on its way. But this is tricky because Mohamed Harris has got every shot in the book. So you've got to try to bowl to one of them. And what they're doing is they're dropping 2 back leg side behind square, but still, oh no, more like long leg now, and then mid wicket. So over square leg is a place to go if he wants to go leg side. Everybody's up offside, saving a single. Mid-on's on the edge of the circle. And so there's a single there.
And the one thing I just want to pick up, even though perhaps at times you've got maybe a lack of pace, watch what Willey does really well. So he's gone back in, he's been hit for 6, and then he's generally just pushed the ball away from Mohamed Harris to stop the ball coming in, because when you get hit for 6 and someone picks up that late swing early, what you've got to do is slightly change it and go across. And I think he'll try and do the same here from leg stump.
A nice bit of cricket. And I think it's an interesting conversation, the debate about the rule that the direct hit hits the stumps and you shouldn't be able to get an overthrow from it. I think there is a strong argument for that. The Hanif Mohammed cap is given to the highest runs in the tournament, and Fazal Mahmood cap to the highest wicket taker. The leading run scorer and wicket taker will both have their home.
Late swing early. What you've got to do is slightly change it and go across. And I think he'll try and do the same here from leg stump.
A nice bit of cricket. And I think it's an interesting conversation, the debate about the rule that the direct hit hits the stumps and you shouldn't be able to get an overthrow from it. I think there is a strong argument for that. The Hanif Mohammed cap is given to the highest runs in the tournament, and Fazal Mahmood cap to the highest wicket taker. The leading run scorer and wicket taker will both have their home. And that's the one over square leg, but a fingertipper.
That's what, as a bowler, you have to do against Harris. As a bowler, just do the basics, hit the right areas. That was close.
He was always stretching for that ball, wasn't he, Usman? He needed a bit more athleticism to begin with before the arms spread. It's good cricket, this, you know. It's an interesting balance between bat and ball. It's a fabulous counter-attack. But they're suddenly going at 8.2 and over, having crawled for the first couple. Credit to this pair who've taken it on. That's the thing, showing a bit of courage, sense of adventure, a lack of fear, all those things that gather as one when you're a batsman in T20 cricket.
सिमोडिस, हर चुनाई से भरपूर कमाई।
Peshawar 44 for 2, Parkview City, free hit for fans, win a house contest, which Pakistan batsmen hit 6 sixes in an over in a T20 domestic game, and dropped. It took off, had a lot of punch behind that ball, pace and bounce, and drops by the keeper. Hello, Lisa.
Good evening, Rameez. Yeah, Shea Hope. And no ball, so front foot or height? But it will be a free hit. Yep, front foot. So if the catch had been taken, still would have been a free hit.
Maybe the keeper knew beforehand. We give him the benefit of the doubt. But that flew off the surface. It has spun, the ball has stopped just a little bit. He's not too happy with the sideboard. The great thing about T20 cricket, though, is that you can make a comeback anytime during a phase of your innings. So the beginning was not such a great one from Zalmi, but have a look at how they've clubbed the opposition in the last few overs. Run rate has galloped to 9.4. Oh, that's a hit, and fielder latches onto it. It's Iftikhar Ahmed with a good pair of hands, safe pair of hands, and flashy innings comes to an end. Harris was looking so good, 24 of 12 balls.
Well, no, actually, it was a free hit. It was a free hit. You got so excited, didn't you?
Gosh, I beg your pardon. I was looking after my tea when all this happened.
Yeah, just put down your Tapal tea.
So, I mean, some of my best work doesn't mean a thing. Shah Hope is keeping the wickets. Rizwan is standing at mid-off, mid-on. He's trying to work closely with the bowlers. All right, Tapal Tea Lounge. Lisa, you need to be there. You love your Tapal tea, right?
That's Pakistan's #1 tea brand. And you were too busy looking at it and sipping your cup of tea before. So away you go. Just enjoy.
Babar Azam is in need of a Tapal cuppa as well. Oh, that's a grand shot. Really is terrifically timed. 50 comes up from Peshawar Zalmi. But he seizes the leg so quickly, Harris. He's got this great ability to hit freely away towards the the offside, the leg side made the room and crashed it.
Yeah, you just look at what he's been able to do as soon as he's come in. And this is off the back of wickets falling at the other end. Even his first delivery coming down and hitting him for 6, David Willey, and this time now exposing the stumps, knowing it's going to be short. He's still got to put it away, and this guy does it more often than not.
Changes the angle, gets flicked into the vacant area away towards the leg side. This is top quality batting. 87 in the last game, and he's motoring along at some speed. 228.57 is his strike rate. 50 partnership is raised as well.
Well, between Mohammad Harris and Tom Collins-Cadmore, they've been able to slightly change the momentum. I'd say it's probably even Steven at the moment, but Mohammad Harris is playing on a different pitch. A man who's seeing the ball like a watermelon.
You get a lot of watermelons these days on the roadside. This is the season. It's getting a little warm. It's getting a bit still as well. So that's crashed for 6. Perfect batting, reading the length, making use of the pace, and showcasing his talent in no uncertain terms. He is massively talented. It's a no ball. It's another free hit. Harris will get another opportunity to deposit it over the rope, clearly over the line, by a long way.
Yeah, Akif Javed, he played the first game, picked up 3 wickets. 3 for 41. But his second game, this over still hasn't finished, and there's 20 runs off it. Multan Sultans in the dugout may smile and hope that he can rebound from this, but geez, this is a tough thing to be put under.
Yeah, into the gap. Leg side play is brilliant. Offside play is outstanding as well. Akif is being hammered. Doesn't know what to do. One more ball left in this Pepsi Park play. He's changed the angle, and that came into the pads for an easy pickup shot for Harris to execute.
I think I said halfway through this over, I said, oh, it's about even Stevens. I actually think it's flipped that quickly. That's how quickly this game can change. And now Mohammad Rizwan is trying to slow it down. Actually, earlier on in the over, Mohammad Harris was getting annoyed because he wanted to keep going. He was in that kind of form. He just wants balls flying at him.
Well, that's a lot better. He runs with the shot, gets there with time to spare. Big over for Peshawar Zalmi after 6. 69 for 225.
इस मोमेंट को अपना बनाओ, जिन में आओ।
He's hit to all parts of the ground, made it very hard to bowl to.
Looking at Akif's speed, his speed has been outstanding. We're talking about 3 deliveries in a row of 144.6, 144.8, 146.1. But it's just that this guy has been on song, to say the least. He's destroyed whatever came out of his hand. Didn't hit it entirely at the middle of the blade, and would consider himself just a little bit lucky because Harris has hardly mistimed a hit. When he needed one, he got it. But this may just work for Sultans because Osama Mir clearly will slacken the pace. There's a little bit of leg spin. The pitch has gripped and spun. Let's see if he gets a reward. But this could be a good change for Multan Sultans.
Yeah, you're right about spin. Dominic Cork and Buzzard Khan spoke about the fact that anything a little bit lower in that, high 70s, early 80s is effective. But also this Pindi pitch has probably changed from years before, where pace used to be more effective.
A lot of fans they've been at the receiving end in the first two games, and this is now looking.
When you have a look at the partnership, it's 71 of 28 deliveries. They were 5 for 2. Just shows you what these two have gone. Doesn't matter what's happened before. We're going to show them that this is a beautiful pitch to bat on, and you can play through your shots. That's exactly what they've been able to do.
Yeah, I think it's the mental game also. We talk a great deal about Babar Azam and where he is right now. He couldn't have gone so down in a matter of months. I think it's the mentality. He's got to look for a bit of freedom and not worry about getting out. But to his credit, the fans there have been gracious. They've been lenient. They've chanted Babar, Babar the moment he comes out to bat. Oh, another big meaty blow for 6. This is fabulous batting. End of the over. 84 for the loss of 2.
3 by 1 मिशन. Let's go. मेरे लिए कंफर्ट, इसको चाहिए बचत, इसके लिए स्पीड. इन ड्राइव राइड्स ऐसे जैसे आप चाहे.
क्या मुल्क की तरक्की बोलने से होती है? आवाजें बुलंद करते करते पाकिस्तान रह गया.
दर्द से निजात और रात को पुरसुकून नींद के लिए पैनाडोल नाइट पर मेरा भरोसा.
तमाम दवाएं बच्चों की पहुंच से दूर रखें. तबीयत ज्यादा खराब हो तो डॉक्टर से रुजू करें. दवा के इस्तेमाल से मुज़र असरात की सूरत में इत्तला मुताल्लिका कंपनी और ड्रग को दें.
This is now becoming a bit of a serious issue for Multan Sultans. Partnership of 79 of 31, taking the game away from their grasp. Ubaid Shah coming on to bowl. He's quick, he's young, exciting to watch. Hits him on the gloves. Jazz fan pulse moment. Against whom was HBL PSL 2022 title won? Well, there are your options. 2022, I mean, there's been so much of HBL PSL matches that it appears as if it's just wiped out of my memory. Who won it in 2022? Do you know, Lisa? No, you don't. Your expressions tell me you don't. Now then, now taken. This is genuine. If the car takes the catch, Ubaid Shah breaks the massive breakthrough, breaks the partnership, and this may just halt the avalanche that Multan Sultans are facing. Great innings comes to an end.
Well, the first delivery was quick. This one dropped in pace, 122. And you can see it held in the pitch slightly and it hit it right at the toe end. That's one of the stadium. Because he's been able to do
इस मोमेंट को अपना बनाओ, जिन में आओ।
कभी सोचती हूँ क्या ये सब पाकिस्तान के लिए था, तो फिर मुल्क का मतलब कैसे भूल गई।
That up very nicely for him to once again target the fence on the full. Iftikhar Ahmed had caught him earlier of a free hit. This time he caught him and he's out of there. Hussain Talak, all-rounder, bats well, has been in good form. Multan Sultans would be feeling just a little bit better now that Haris has been removed from the scene. "64 matches for Hussain Talak, 123 strike rate. You've got to be a bit of an expert really to be batting at number 5, because either you've got to defend and repair the situation or carry on with the momentum, so it can be a bit taxing gig for you. But he's got to do that. Initially look to rotate the strike and maybe give it to Kola Catmore.
His first match, actually, he picked up 35 off 19 with 3 towering sixes. And that's what Zalmi would want him to be able to partner Tom Collar-Cadmore. By bowlers used so far. Ubay picking up a wicket and breaking that all-important partnership in his first over. That extra pace and then pace down, so effective.
He hits the bat hard. He's got a good bowling action. 141.9 kmph, that last ball. And that wicket of Haris will give him a lot of hope, a lot of confidence. kmph, kilometers per hour, 141.9 kmph. Nice shot for a run. Always like the guys who play that shot because it involves a subcontinental wrist work.
There's a few going around here, isn't there? Mohammad Haris, he'll be disappointed. No, he's not out there with this man, that partnership. Wow, electrifying. Just changed the proceedings straight away. The skipper would be happy that they're back on track, but boy, still a fair bit to go. 207 so far in this HBL PSL is the average score batting first here.
Now, how good is that? Delicate and methodical and look beautiful. 91 for 3.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है भाई।
कितनी?
न्यू स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी।
सिमोडिस, ये थ्रिप्स और कई मजीद कीड़ों का करे खात्मा 21 दिन तक।
सिमोडिस, हर चुनाई से भरपूर कमाई।
पाकिस्तान की यूथ, are you ready to rock? पाकिस्तान की यूथ, are you ready to rock?
A little bit more like what he is known for.
Three down for 91. Bit of repair work to be done. Slapped for a run. We go till selfie moment. All the gals
traditional, and I got donuts.
You're wearing Western traditional. You see how the body language is now working for Kola Cadmore. He's a lot more assured of his skills, making room, exposing the stumps. We talk a great deal about having a momentum, and you can see in his batting there is momentum.
Yeah, you and I were talking in the next room about the mental side of the game, the body language, and I noticed actually before the game, Tom Collard-Cadmore actually came out with his bat, stood where he would stand, and probably was visualising. Now, I don't know if he did that. He might have done it in previous games. But what that showed me was that he was switched on. That if Zalmi were going to get off the bottom of the table, he was going to be a big part of it. He needs to lift. As an international and batting only, you've got to do your job. And he hadn't. So this is a much better performance from him.
Leg side field is being strengthened. With a straight mid-wicket in place, the long on fielder has been positioned. And almost a great catch in the ring. Usman Khan, the fielder, he certainly saved a 4. Moved very quickly. It's a difficult field position because you're blinded for a long period of time. He seems to have hurt himself. But you can't really question the effort. Really was a top quality effort.
It's an interesting one because I agree with you. I think it is quite a tough position to field. But you normally put your weaker fielders in that position, don't you? I think that's a bit cruel. It's a bit nasty.
He's got to improve his length. Sign up and use Pay Park Debt Card to avail best discount in Pakistan. Your lucky day has arrived. Still very keen to bowl that length. Got away this time, 95 for 3.
नेवर मिस एन अपडेट क्रिकेट के इस सीजन में जोंग वीकली डिजिटल मैक्स लगाओ जिससे मिले 100 GB डाटा और फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग थ्रू माई जोंग ऐप ऑन बिगेन.
Main threat still is Tom Collard-Cadmore. He's on strike now.
Yeah, he remains the key now. And got to go right till the end. Can he do that in T20 the way he's batting? Shuffling across the stumps. How did he not bowl him? Went over the bails.
He missed it down the leg side, but it missed off stump. Just have a look at how far he goes across. Yeah, maybe over the top of off stump.
Trying to create his own angles. TKC and nicely bowled by Obat. Slower in pace once again, 130.4. He's got to aim over that mid-off fielder. I think that's a safer bet. Makes room. Doesn't connect properly. Chance, but he makes it quite well in the end.
Yeah, he tried to go there, didn't he? He gave himself a bit of room. But again, it was pace off, 125 kilometres, and he had to get on his skates pretty quick, smart. Good crossover throw. I think he would have been safe, yeah. So it's a well-judged single, even though it was a miss hit.
Even though this has been a slow partnership, 12 of 12, the run rate is still impressive, 10.29. Harris with a hurricane 45. That put them ahead, and that's gone through. Osama Mir with a full-length dive. We're talking about a 6'3" fielder, sprawling himself on the ground, but it's still somehow leaked through.
Yeah, hundreds up as well. You just cannot put fielders for a genuine nick unless it's first slip or second slip. So unfortunately, this was never going to be stopped. It would have taken an amazing effort to get there. He wasn't far off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try, gallant try. Sprawling effort. 100 comes up, 100 for 3. Yeah, thanks to Harris, they're still looking pretty sharp out there as a unit. Just mentioned run rate 10.53. I haven't seen a lot of big shots from Hussain Talat, but he's definitely looked busy. Scan Karuji, win smartphones, smartwatches and air tickets. Download GoLootlo app and enter into the lucky draw chance to win prizes, motorbike, at every game.
And they zoom off before us.
But like this little stint from Ubaid. Pace up, pace down, has not allowed them to settle into hitting zone. Started out with a couple of slower balls or with lighter pace, and the last two have been again 145.2 and then 127.3. Hence he's been successful, 1 for 14 in 1.5.
Yeah, 4 dots, which is gold when you're going at over 10 runs and over.
Edge, another boundary. Osama Mir, he doesn't dive this time. Couple of edgy boundaries to Hussain Talat. Peshawar Zalmi 106 for the loss of 3 after 10.
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रांग हो गई है भाई.
कितनी?
New stronger Pepsi.
हमें समझते हैं बेखबर और बेजरर. तरबियत छोड़ी, नफरत सिखाई और कहा ये है सफर.
दर्द से निजात और रात को पुरसुकून नींद के लिए पैनाडोल नाइट पर मेरा भरोसा.
तमाम दवाएं बच्चों की पहुंच से दूर रखें. तबीयत ज्यादा खराब हो तो डॉक्टर से रुजू करें. दवा के इस्तेमाल से मुज़र असरात की सूरत में इत्तला मुताल्लिका कंपनी और ड्रग को दें.
That partnership, 79 of 33. Remember, Peshawar Zalmi were 5 for 2. They've now achieved the 100 in their first 10 overs. Now they're back on track and they need to keep going. This is a high-scoring first innings ground in this HPL PSL. Osama Mir into his second over. Bit of a misfield again. They've been sloppy in the field, Multan Sultans.
Beautiful from drone. Lovely view of the stadium, which is quite full. It's probably nearly full. And they have been excellent, the crowds here that have turned up in their thousands to watch HBL PSL Season 10.
Absolutely. Rawalpindi has set the standard with the crowd.
There is Usama Mir, his live pitch map. Look at his boundaries gone a little bit too full. It's something that I think because of his height, maybe he struggles a little bit with bowling a little bit too full at times. He's a superb bowler. And that just shows why he is so good. He plays all around the world. Strike rate of 69 against Tom Cole at Cadmore, and he's had him out 3 times. Watch the revolutions, Baz, the spin, the bounce.
And sometimes when you're so tall, you don't really need to flight the ball. This time again, the same area where he's pumped him twice. This is the 3rd 6 at mid-wicket.
Huge, this. It's always a risk because of his height that you're going to get a top edge. Be interested to see what length that was. We showed where the fuller length had been hit for his boundaries. It's a good-looking shot. Look how tall he is. Look at his back lift. Look how he gets up and under the ball from a high back lift. 5 sixes now for Cole Cadmore.
Slow. With down to long on, just a single, but the 3 sixes that he has hit against the leg spinner have all been mid-wicket. This partnership now 31 of 21. Hussain Talab now on strike. Does he take the leg spin on? Into the onside, just a single, pitched up. Maybe Hussain Talab at the moment not looking it.
क्रिकेट के एक्साइटिंग सीजन में लगाओ जोंग मंथली प्रो मैक्स ऑफर जिससे मिले 200 GB डेटा और फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग थ्रू माई जोंग ऐप ऑन बिगिन।
से निजात और रात को पुरसुकून नींद के लिए पैनाडोल नाइट पर मेरा भरोसा। तमाम दवाएं बच्चों की पहुंच से दूर रखें। तबीयत ज्यादा खराब हो तो डॉक्टर से रुजू करें। दवा के इस्तेमाल से मुज़र असरात की सूरत में इत्तला मुताल्लिका कंपनी और ड्रैप को दें।
नई स्ट्रॉन्गर पेप्सी
बहुत स्ट्रांग हो गई है भाई।
कितनी?
New stronger Pepsi.
Pakistan ki youth, are you ready to rock? Pakistan ki youth, are you ready to rock?
क्रिकेट के एक्साइटिंग सीजन में लगाओ जोंग मंथली प्रो मैक्स ऑफर जिससे मिले 200 GB डेटा और फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग थ्रू माई जोंग ऐप ऑन बिगिन।
नेवर मिस एन अपडेट क्रिकेट के इस सीजन में जोंग वीकली डिजिटल मैक्स लगाओ जिससे मिले 100 GB डाटा और फ्री लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग थ्रू माई जोंग ऐप ऑन बिगिन।
हमारे नाम पे मारना, धारना, झूठ बोलना, क्या ये इख्तियार हमने दिया है?
देखेंगे तू छुपे सच को जान ले।
इस मोमेंट को अपना बनाओ, जिन में आओ।
सिमोडिस, ये थ्रिप्स और कई मजीद कीड़ों का करे खात्मा 21 दिन तक।
सिमोडिस, हर चुनाई से भरपूर कमाई।
क्या मुल्क की तरक्की बोलने से होती है? सब चीखेंगे तो क्या वतन आगे बढ़ेगा? खामोशी में क्या पाकिस्तान डूब जाएगा?
प्लेयर हो या इमारत, टेस्टेड हो।
क्या मुल्क की तरक्की बोलने से होती है? आवाजें बुलंद करते करते पाकिस्तान रह गया।
न्यू एंड इम्प्रूव सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन 60 सेकंड्स में सेंसिटिविटी से आराम देता है। मैं रेकमेंड करती हूँ सेंसोडाइन रैपिड एक्शन बिकॉज इट वर्क्स।
45 of 21. Call Academy 48 right now, but Harris came in. Peshawar in a spot of bother. First delivery that he faces comes down the track and hits it out of the park, and from there he just went on and put pressure back on Multan Sultans and got Peshawar Zalmi back in the game big time. Off the back foot, especially destructive. Over the offside, over the leg side, all directions, the 3-6 over point, over long on and over square legs. So stroke play, as he is normally in T20 cricket. They're still talking about that 1 over point. He liked that, I think. Bracewell back in the attack. The wicket in his first over, then was taken to by TKC in Harris. Now he's back. Left-hander on strike. Dismissed Simon Yu, very first delivery that he bowled to him. Got the ball just to turn. This is down a little further. Nice start.
Yeah, it is a nice start. Hussain Talat would have to just make sure he just keeps an eye out on Bracewell with his pace and his spin.
He starts off right on the money, right? Straight enough to hit the stump, so he has to defend. This is what Rizwan would want. After the Tapal strategic timeout, a couple of really miserly overs. He starts off with 3 dots.
And also, I'm sure there's a stat out there after a strategic timeout to Pal, the next over, how many wickets are taken in that next over. The way they're going, projected scores 202, and the Zalmi would take that right now.
Oh, backs away, just a single, so a terrific first 4 deliveries.
Pace, got the pace, 82.5. Look your best for HBL PSL as J. Dot is rewarding the best dressed spectator at every game with a luxurious J. Dot gift hamper. J. Dot. They've also dressed us today. We look, well, I don't, but you look magnificent